Well, this is my first time going live with all my videos I had. They may be 15 seconds or longer, but my problem is that I'm trying to show y'all the gifts I got in laughter and having fun. And the thing I'm trying to sell is comedy to bring people up. If you really want to have fun, all you have to do is just go out there and listen to what I have to say, because I am also a motivational speaker. And the thing is about what's going on in life right now is a lot of things that we can't take care of, like our health. And the only thing we need to do is pray. But if you don't have fun in life while you're still alive, then the problem is you're going to have more problems in life trying to deal with things that you struggle with. And if you don't figure out how to make life better, all you're going to do is struggle. Doesn't matter if the time the money come in to pay bills, you're going to struggle. And struggling is hard when you're already having a hard time in life. Struggle only comes when it's hard to pay bills. Struggle comes when you're in a relationship and you don't talk to them. Struggle comes when your enemies are so close to you that you can't tell them from being a friend and enemy, but until it happens. People come off as friends and they are foes. The love you share with people, you think you're showing love, but they take it as hate. And then they come off like they're freaking being very seductive to you, and you're thinking it's funny, and they take it as a joke, but then turn it around and make it look like you're the bad guy. My thing is, that's living life in quarantine and living a life in the neighborhood that really don't want you to be there. Some cases, they act like that because maybe they is racist. Maybe it's because you're black. Maybe it's because you're white. Maybe because of a race that you don't belong to the neighborhood. Maybe it's your finances. Maybe it's the fact that you've been too nice to them and they taken it as something that you did to them. And you didn't do nothing to them, but looking at you, they are passing judgment on you like you did. The world is not built on what people think of you, it's what you do. Most people, when they do things to you, their child don't tell the truth and say, hey, I did this to this man, this is why this happened. Instead, they take it upon themselves to make it worse than what it really is. And it's not like that. Especially because all the years I lived on this earth, I've never had problems with no one unless they had problems with me first. Rest my mother's soul. She the only one knew how I am. And I'm going to be honest with you. The only one that knows who you are is not going to be able to speak for you, especially when it's not your fault. I have children. I have people. I've made money. I've gotten close to the NFL. I've gotten close to playing semi-pro for some years and coaching. And it took a drunk driver to get me in a car accident and mess up my spinal cord. I fell in love. I've lost love. I've been in hard time. I've had hardships. I came out of holes. My children's been around violence, and I tried my best to let them not see what I went through. I dwell and live in different states. I went from one East Coast to the Midwest, to the Midwest, to the West, to down South, to down North. And I always found myself back in the Midwest. And you know why I found myself back in the Midwest? Because of some reason, I felt like I belong here. Doesn't matter how much money's in Cali, doesn't matter how much money is in Virginia, doesn't matter how much money is in Texas. I felt like I belong in the Midwest. Midwest is not Texas, that's down north. Midwest is Missouri. And I'm going to be honest with you. If you do not sit there and try your best in life to make things right, life is going to move on without you. Life is going to move on without you, and you're going to be sitting there watching from the inside out, and people thinking that you're hurting them by staring at them, but in fact, you're watching their lives go by as you get old. I thought when I was a child that when I looked out the window waiting on my father, that the best time of my life was to see my father come home, not knowing when I got older, I'm still looking out the same window when I was 7 years old. Maybe I wasn't waiting on my father. Maybe I was waiting for things to change. Because how we got here is because our house caught on fire. The house catch on fire, most people moved to a different neighborhood. We moved out of the state 4 states later, riding the Greyhound bus as a child, making new friends on the Greyhound bus because that was my life. Having 5 brothers and sisters trying to tell me right from wrong. And the only thing that works out at the end of the day is, was your answer right? You'll know when you pick up that diploma. You'll know when you get that good job. You'll know when the people that say they love you actually show up, not only because you have problems, but show up because they actually is your friend. And then when they come in and be your friend, then you're going to sit there and you're going to go, oh, maybe I should have listened to them. Maybe I should have went to their child's recital. Maybe I should have coached that little league football team and helped that boy to develop into a really good player. I had a couple of players come to me, age 9 and 12. Grandfather said, you need to thank this man. No, they didn't win no Super Bowl. No, they didn't win that many games. They won enough games and beat the main teams. But they came together at the end. And they beat the teams that mattered, the ones that were great. See, you become great when you beat somebody that is great. You don't become great by beating people that's just learning how to play the game. When they're learning the game like you learn nothing. You learn everything when the player is playing someone that's greater than them. And that's what makes Michael Jordan a great player. We watched him play, and you learn from it, and it makes you a better player. When you up your game to their game, that's how you become a superstar. Don't have to be on the football court. Don't have to be on the football, basketball court, football field. It doesn't have to be on the baseball field. It don't have to be in the backyard playing with kids. It could be anything. Whatever you do in life, make sure they are the best, because then you can learn from the best. 50 Cent couldn't rap. It took one of Run DMC's DJ, show him how to do it in 15 bars. And when he learned it, the rest is history. That wasn't how he sounded. That's how he did it. Great people make great people. People in lives of parents and with freaking people come in from the boys club, come in and do their best to be the best person in their life. And it still doesn't work out. The impact on you is you decide that I'm going to take on this man that I know they can beat me. And if you grasp that and take upon that and chop that wood and go over that hill, then yes, you are the greatest now. To everyone outside your window, doesn't matter the accomplishments on the way. It's a matter of the accomplishments and goals that you set to get to that point, because you got to break many to get to that point. Because once you break 10, you got to break 20, because the 10 was the start. And then once you get to that point and you actually broke those records and you accomplished nothing and you got nothing to show for it, it's just memories, because nothing else happened after that, then you need to have a sit down with God on what was the real plan of why I was here on earth. Because I did what I thought was the reason why I was here. And it wasn't here to play sports. I served on my way. Wasn't here to serve him. He won't show you until you're ready. But he thinks you're ready, regardless how much you think you're ready. And that's more than just life. That's being a human being. So you have these people with money, and you have these people that are greats. And you have these people that's been in life and time and television making movies and did all these things in life and shown that they are a great actor and give speeches at colleges like, this is how you move on. This is the way, and I did this and I was poor. That's bullshit. Doesn't matter if he gives you a speech on how he made it, he made it. Doesn't matter how many movies he made. The stepping stone, there is no stepping stone. If it's meant for you to get there, if it's meant for it to happen, you will get there. Lack of production, more production, all the production, a history lesson, a teacher that taught you how to read, it's not going to get you to that movie. If the door opens for it, God willing, and it actually goes that direction in life, it will happen. But in a lot of cases, it don't. I honestly believe that every child that I came across was false, very false raising by their parents. Because what they turned out to be, what they came on to be, because they thought this is what they had to be, because in that time and era, this is all they seen. And it's not about the black culture. It's about raising a child. It's not about a rich man. It's about making smart decisions. But if you don't have decisions, it's not working out for you, then guess what you're doing? You're wasting time. You're wasting life. You're wasting your life like I wasted mine. And you will never get to that house if you are not trying in any kind of way. But then sometimes trying is not enough. Because if you try and it don't work out, then who are you going to blame? You're going to blame yourself. Then get on your knees and pray to God and say, hey, God, why didn't this happen? Why didn't I become this man I'm supposed to be? He may say you already did because you have wisdom, which I'm giving to you. But in this world, you need more than just wisdom and people in your life. My mother made a song when I was 7 and 6 in the elementary school in Virginia. We used to sing, "It take a man, can't stand up all by yourself, can't stand up all alone, but you need a touch of a mighty hand. You can't stand up alone." She made 5, 6, 7 different songs that I can still remember in my head. But what kills me the most is none of them famous. You got Andre Crouch, you got them Winans, you got all these folks. There was no window open for them to even get there for you to hear them sing. You didn't even know who these people were. Didn't matter how many times they hopped on the train to go to daggone White House or whatever president was whatever president was in office. If a door didn't open for them to get there, they'd just be a bunch of people that know how to sing, just like the rest of the people I knew on my way to where I'm at now. Life. What is life? It ain't the disease. Y'all messed up before the disease arrived. I didn't love each other in the first place. You already had social distance before the disease arrived. All it did was enhance whatever everything was already going. Just like you have white folks, they have their selected black people they want to be. Some black people change to get close to them so they can just have someone to talk to because of how they were raised, where they came from. And then you got white folks to do the same with black people because they're in their community. Trying to fit in the area that they don't fit in, they don't belong, but they don't have any other choice. You know what that is? That's a poor man trying to hang out with rich people. I'm pretending he's like them and he's not even close. I lived that life too. Why can't you hang out with him? It ain't that I don't know the man, he's 26. And he just came out of college and built his house from the ground up at age 26. 26. As he was holding his daughter and ain't had that one child yet. She was so happy. And he was so proud. And all he could talk about his father, how his father had this business and it worked out. And all I got is a story on how this is how it is. And then I went to the same funeral as he did to watch his grandmother die, and she treated me like her son. Like her son. She said I never drink alcohol with nothing else but water. and she never had a job in her life. And when she looked at me and she drank that, I was like, man, I want some. But I was really saying, I wish I had her life. Because there's nothing wrong with work, especially if you pride yourself off of it. But it's a lot wrong with it when you see actually a human being live that many years and living so graceful and so lovely and so blessed and didn't have to do really nothing for it but be herself. When most of us trying to be someone else. She's been gone for years, and that conversation still goes through my head. No wonder. I still wonder. Here it is, Mother's Day weekend. I should be thinking about my mother. I was thinking about that woman that had that drink in her hand with water at that age, 70 years old, gray hair, give me wisdom on life and how she lived. And I couldn't help but listen, because I'm a talkative man. I talk a lot. You can't get no better wisdom like that. And I see her children, and I watch them grow. And I was sitting there going, I'm like them. But I'm sitting with you. I watched a man talk to another old man because he gave him the best advice in his life, because he worked so many years, sat him at the table, took care of him like he was his father. Like it was his father. He molded him to be a better man because his strength was what he was saying to him, not what he did to him. I learned everything on my own. They congratulated me on me doing a good job. I congratulate on them for having me. I learned nothing. I had a teacher that taught me in elementary school. I had a teacher that taught me in high school. No teacher taught me nothing in the middle. And after high school, I went on survival. Now, if you want to know what to do on a life like this, on how to survive, don't take a page out of my book. Being nice get you nowhere. Being funny around folks who definitely don't like you get you nowhere. Marrying a person that you think you in love, don't go with you think, go with you feel. Don't say, I think I love that person. You go with you feel, because if you go with you feel, that feeling don't go away if it's real. When you think about it, you always change your mind. Change your mind every day. Change your mind when you're looking at a person. You're already looking at them going, why did I do that? It's all in your mind. If you feel it, then you still question your heart, but your heart says, this is what I want. What it's saying to you is, this is the struggle I want to deal with. My name's Rodney Caldwell, and I appreciate you listening to me. I will send videos more on inspiration of life from the Three Horsemen. I'm the number 2, that's number 1, and number 3. To make a better life, it's not about grass green on the other side. But is the grass on your side really worth? Is it worth it? if it's worth being nice to that person. They've already did you wrong. They already went to your landlord. They already went to the bill people. They already went to the processor. They already did your girl. They already made babies by your girl. They already made babies by people. They already took you for your money. They already did you dirty. They already hurt you. They already talked about you. They already is. And they still in your face. And they still in your face. Smiling, come to your friend, shake your hand, talk to you like y'all been friends for years. You don't have to be a rapper to make a rap about somebody doing you wrong to get your point across. All you gotta do is open your mind and let it go. You're not being mean. Maybe when you open your mouth, maybe they'll change the thoughts on you because they're looking at you like you're the problem. And it's really them. Sometimes the numbers that comes against you, it's not the numbers that's against you, it's the number of the thoughts that you have against them that's bearing them down because they're wondering, are you really going to say that? Because they think they're above you. Doesn't matter how they live. A person's, what he looks like is not what he has, it's what his thoughts are. His possessions don't make him, it's what his mind is that make him who he is. And her. A woman can be 50, but she has a mind of a 19-year-old. A man that can be 50 can have a mind of an 80-year-old. The basis of your life and your age is not based on how many years you live, but what you went through. Age comes with experience, never comes with the years. The more you experience, the more you age, the more you get wisdom, the more you grow. Then when you grow, you really can't cuss them out. Because you know what they did. Then you be nice to them, then all of a sudden, boom, your neighborhood is quiet. Because the damage has already been done. Damage comes in many forms. We look at demons, they in human form, people. They walk around and shake your hand and call you friend. Says love thy neighbor. You love them if you want. Doesn't mean they ain't already did it. And your acceptance to death, gotta be acceptance to death because we acceptance to everything else. And they accepted the people doing you wrong, then it's just another walk in the park. But the older you get, the higher your blood pressure goes. And you try to draw away from those type of people. And it seems to be anywhere you go, those people are still there. They say, do they look the part? Some people don't even gotta look the part to be the demon. Some people can just do it because that's who they are. We blame it on spirit. How you gonna blame a spirit for something that knows God and Jesus and knows the devil, but don't know you, but shit just want to do you dirty? See, a demon is just like a human being. They get to know you before they burn you. Because the devil got them busy, just like God got the angels busy. Everyone's busy. Jesus busy. Angels busy. God's busy. Humans busy. We all busy. Is this going to go away? I don't know. When the government stop playing with us and actually get the vaccine and start handing it out and waiting until a certain number of people dying, then it might be a start of a new generation. When they stop popping off talking 2 years to a decade, how much money can you give to the government to pull them out the hole? That's what I'm saying. We're in a hole for trillions of dollars to other countries, especially China. And you're wondering why we having problems. It's not safe to go outside. Y'all gonna do it anyway. Y'all gonna go out there and do it anyway. Y'all gonna hang out with folks, go to restaurants. Y'all gonna do it. You're gonna go to clothing stores. You're gonna get your nails done. You're gonna get your hair cut. You're gonna work out. You're gonna socialize with your family. You're gonna do it all. You know why? Spoiled country. We all know that if we get into a certain lifestyle high enough that we can't be touched. I tell you this, may not can touch your bills, but you can die on the same day. Doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. Some people enjoy being poor. Some people enjoy being rich. Some people enjoy being middle class. Some people just enjoy being liked. And then you got the ones that got all that stuff and just want to be left alone. Some has one child and happy. Some has 15 kids and have the best time of their life because they know that living life to the fullest and enjoying it and having finances to do it, what makes it better, because the years has changed. No one thinks the way it used to be to have fun and actually enjoy it and get something out of it. You bring that up, you might insult a child. You don't have to play music from the 90s to show them your point. Show them how you used to live that was your fun. And it's not your phone, it's not your computers. It's none of that stuff. The mind setting of the children and the kids in the 20s are different now. When you have a different set of mind setting, it doesn't matter what you say. Mind was made up before you walked up on it. They'll do it. They'll do their homework. The mind ain't there. Yes, he won't have sex with a female. Yeah, he ain't gonna do it. But then his friends show up and he's doing more than that. He went from doing that to now he's doing drugs. Because you thought you got rid of one sin and then here comes another one. So with your advice, you want some advice on that? You get close to your kid like you get close to your wife. Let them tell you what's going on. Let them tell you what's going on. And don't pass judgment. You take steps on what to do next. So you won't lead them into a place to where they don't understand it and you got out of it because it took years for it to go away. Then you break it down. Some people got it in the area where it's just getting the grades up. Some people in the job area. Well, we know how the job works. If you go to school and you graduate, you will get a good job. And that kills the I'ma look for a good job. That kills everything that's going on with your kids in school, wondering why mom and dad, and one works and one don't. Because one has a better education. And one gives a reason why they don't want to do it. When everything we do and live for is money. In the Bible, it even talks about, in Michaela, it even talks about when you don't give God his money, you're robbing him. God speaks on money. And didn't say how much. He wants his money because you're robbing him. So does the lawmakers. Everybody want their money. Almost sounds like you need money to get in heaven. And it's going to cost you to get to hell. Because if you belong to Jesus, the fight is on both sides. You know why? Because in this world, both sides is right. The devil got some points. God got some points. He'll burn you on your way there, but then you know, then God burns you and calls it a lesson. How many lessons can you take till you finally go, hey, enough's enough. Can I get a break from your lessons? I got children. Do I got to make a television show for you to come out and be like, hey, oh wait, no, what I got to do for you to send Michael down to give me a game plan? Because you know what? Not all of us got a game plan. Because you know what? I was made by you too. There was no separate God sitting around talking about Rodney. Just you. The question you got is for God is, what was the game plan when y'all was up there creating us before you sent them down? Because you were made. You were made. Then you're made. You get that speech. You live to die. There's no dying. The soul leaves the body and go back where you came from, where God pulled you from. Only thing you lose is the people you love that you don't talk to, and they're out of your life, and you got to figure out how you're going to start a new life. And then, if you was a good person, because you can't lie, because God knows your heart, knows what you're going on, and know what's going on in your mind, and know what your thoughts are, and know what you're saying. So it's no point in lying to any individual when you already on the front lines of the Lord's house, and they're wondering, should they put your name in the book of Lamb? Oh, I saved you. You have God's grace. Well, does that mean I get this lifestyle? Some say yes, some say no. God loves the kids, so does the devil. So does the devil. So when you got the kids in high school and the kids in college struggling, the Lord's there. Before that man went in there with that gun and shot up those children at school, you know that was the devil. Got your attention. Then they all start doing it. There's no day in that. It's just the devil. That's how it works. Then you say how he does it. He does the same way God does. He uses people. Everything that God does, the devil mimics. Just like Kobe Bryant to MJ. A man can't win 5 rings watching another man do it. A man can't do a good job on a job unless he's learned by a man that's been doing it for years. What's the difference between a sport and a job? Absolutely nothing. A man can go to college and become president of the United States. He have to watch somebody ways on how they do it to get in the office and know how to hit those corners so he can actually come up to become this man. Everybody's watching somebody. Somebody. I have many friends, especially when I was younger. Now, I live in a world I can't even say some love me. I got the gift of feeling someone's hate for not even doing anything wrong, and it's not even a skin color. How can it be a skin color was for all races? You ever walked in a room and the room lit up? And then light up. I became the enemy overnight. Overnight. And I have a blessed weekend. Happy Mother's Day. But if you see a man like me on the street that looks like me, shake his hand. Show him some love. Be friendly and nice to him. Tell him, hey, we good. We good.